Hey YouTube, it is Wes. I hope you guys are doing great today. Man, we have been on a slew of introducing a whole bunch of very new, very innovative, and very exciting cryptocurrencies. And today, my friends, is no different. This is one that I have been itching to share with you. I just had to get through this load of awesome other videos to get to. We're going to be talking about a new crypto that's just hit the scenes, and I guarantee you're going to be excited about it. In today's video, we are going to cover none other than the crypto Tenset. And I'm going to tell you why I'm so excited about it beyond just what I said, and what the potential holds for people like you and me who may want to invest in the next moonshot. You want to know more? You want to know why I'm so excited about this crypto and why I think it's got great potential? Stay tuned, my friends. I'm going to cover all of that and so much more coming right up. All right, my friends, thank you guys so much for joining me again today. My name is Wes Spencer. I am a tech entrepreneur, a cybersecurity executive, and I love covering cryptocurrency. I've been in crypto for a really, really long time, and this channel is my conduit and my way to share all of these thoughts with you. If you just stumbled across my channel, hey, and welcome. I am so glad you're here. One thing you could do for me as you're watching the video, would you hit the like button on this video if you like it? Would you hit subscribe and hit that bell icon? Because it does go a long way as I build my channel, and I'd love to be able to stay in touch with you to produce content just for you guys, my friends. Okay, so Tenset. You know, I am really excited about this. I don't know if you can tell, I'm probably not very excited about this today. I'm just joking, you guys know me. But what gets me really pumped about Tenset in particular is, you know, I'm always looking at new cryptos that are out there. It's like a sea of new cryptos always coming out, and many of them are just rehashes of something I've seen before, and it doesn't really catch my eye. I'm always on the lookout for whether it's a new crypto project that's doing something brand new, whether it's trying to solve an age-old problem, or it's adapting and bringing new solutions to market that we really haven't really tactically done before. And Tenset has some elements to all of those things, which is really what gets my eye. I would say within 10 minutes of checking out their website and reviewing the white paper, I'm like, I really like this project. Like, this really has some potential. Now, as I always say on this channel, do your own research. I can never tell you the projects to invest in, right? If you follow me, you'll probably go bankrupt. So don't do that. But go find the projects that you like. And Tenset for me is so exciting. And I just wanted to share with you why I like it. But I want you to always do your own research as well. So without any further delay, let me just jump into this guy. And I'm going to tell you and show you the things that stand out. And I'm also going to share with you why I am so excited about the trajectory of this company, why I think it's a really, really good opportunity. All the links I share will be in the description, so you'll be able to get access to all of this very easily to just check it out and do your own research. So here is Tenset's website. Very easy to get to, just tenset.io, and there's a lot to like about it right away from the get-go. So first of all, a few things stick out to me. So you can see they're publishing their supply, their current supply, their burn. Burn. That's interesting. Is this another burn token? Well, yes and no. So a lot of burn tokens really have a lot of hallmark characteristics. They're meme tokens. Most of them are donating to charity, or they claim. I would say the vast majority of them are frauds and rug pulls, or at best, they just have no true potential because there's no utility behind them. This is not a burn token. This is leveraging some burn mechanics, which I think is really, really smart. But they've gone way beyond just saying we're going to be a burn token and we're going to meme our way into fame and profit. And there's a role and a place for that. You guys know there's several burn tokens that I actually do follow. I'm cool with some of them, but this is not a burn token. Even though it has burn mechanics inside of it, it's definitely not in that meme variety. And just pay attention as we go through this video, and I'll explain why. So you can also see this is ETH based, and that's fine. I mean, I understand why all projects start with ETH. I will just lead with this. I'd love to see the Tenset platform. As soon as possible, move to Binance as well. You guys know me. I'm not a big fan of Ethereum right now. We've really got to get to Ethereum 2 as soon as possible. Gas prices with ETH are just off the charts, right? And if check this video out right here, it's my little, hey, ETH, you suck video. People wanting to make trades and they're saddled with like, $300 transaction fees. And you're like, oh, this is so broken. So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. So as we go down here, they talk about, and this should capture you right at the beginning, the bridge between the crypto and the stock market. Okay, that's interesting. Haven't seen a lot of projects trying to tackle that in this unique way. And so this one's interesting to me. I'll talk more about how that's going to happen in a minute, but you can see all of the mechanics that exist in here. There's a burning mechanisms I talked about. It is running on Ethereum. There's a buyback. That's really cool. I'll cover that. It's deflationary because of the burn and because of the buyback. That's more of like an offshoot of those other two things, which you guys know, I think all crypto projects should have a deflationary element to them. Hello, Dogecoin. Does not have that. Anyway, there's a DeFi capability in smart staking, and I love how they're approaching smart staking. So that's really cool. The other thing that I noticed is they've got some good features here. You can click on some of these and see some are just press releases, but they do have a lot of market traction. I'm just going to time that little one out, and we'll come back to that in a minute, and I'll prove to you where the market traction is coming from. But I do look for those things as I'm diving into a new crypto. So let's go down a little bit more and just see some more things about all of this. I'm not going to read everything to you. I'd never do that. You can do that yourself. I'm just going to point out some things. So first of all, there's a staking, a deflationary, and a smart backing mechanism behind all of this. So the staking is automatic, and I think that's really cool. So you don't have to go like into some, DeFi platform and actually take your Tenset and stake it somewhere, like you might do with Ethereum or Bitcoin or others that are out there. It's smart. As you hold it, the staking automatically earns for you. And this is actually using the burn token mechanics. Most burn tokens, in the white paper for Tenset covers this, uses the RFI stuff, the reflect finance capabilities, what's been built in to that code base to allow a burn mechanism and holders of cryptos to earn on trades. And so I think that's a good thing. It just makes the staking element really simple. As you hold, you stake, and that's a good thing. And then, of course, deflationary, as I just mentioned, there's always a burn. So there's going to, at least let me say this. The white paper talks about a temporary burn. I think if my memory serves me, the burn goes to about 2.1 million tokens. After that much after there's a total supply of 2.1 million tokens, no more burn. The burn mechanism turns off. And so I think that's a good thing. When people ask me in my channel a lot is like, hey, these burn tokens, couldn't they just burn down to nothing? And of course, that would take a long time because it's percentages of burn, not total burn. But I like that Tenset itself has a cutoff on the burn mechanism. So if you're early in buying, which right now, and for the next, I don't know, year at least, I'd consider everybody early into Tenset. It's really good. We're not going to hit that threshold for a really long time. So let's ignore the past system that they have over there on the left, and let's tackle how Tenset is working. This may be a little hard to see. We're going to press our luck here and see if we can actually just zoom in on this a little bit more. Okay, so this is like the best we're going to be able to do, right? So here we go. Step one, when you purchase Tenset tokens with ETH, immediately the economy kicks in. So let's go down to step two. Once you do a purchase, some things happen. 1%, just like we said, the staking mechanism goes to all other holders, right? So as you're holding and other people are buying, you get a percentage of the gain. Also, the 1% burn mechanism. So we know that. So that kind of immediately, that's the first thing that happens, which I've just described. But over here on the right, here's where it gets really interesting. So once you purchase Tenset tokens, you are enabling the economy. And the economy is going to do some new and interesting things. Now, we're not there yet on the roadmap, but they're moving this direction with step three is the profits they have from Tenset itself, from those that have purchased the tokens, especially from the pre-sales, are funding the capability for the Tenset team to invest in two different areas. One, they actually invest in the crypto area themselves. You want to know what cryptos? Just pause and I'll show them to you in just a minute. And two, they're going to invest in some well-known publicly traded stocks. Like you see here, Coca-Cola is an example, kind of as a hedge. And again, time out on that and I'll explain why in a bit. But what happens of this is they're going to use those profits as they come in, and anyone knows you invest in the stock market, you're going to make profits. You're going to have ups and downs, but overall you have ups. That's why we all love stocks, right? Same with crypto. Over time, you're going to do well with it, just generally speaking. So 30% of those profits that occur from this, which is also, so think about it this way, 70% of what they make funds the Tenset team, which is awesome. there's no need for them to do a rug pull. There's no need for them to go do some nefarious things to try to, like, you know, sneak out additional profit from us, because the Tenset platform itself is building the residual income for the Tenset company as a whole, which I think is awesome. And then 30%, you see this right here, 30% of those profits are used to buy back additional Tenset tokens. Now, why would they do that? They'll explain why they do it in the white paper, but it's as simple as this. The more that they can pull out tokens and burn them from those profits, the more deflationary Tenset becomes. The less supply there is, which means the more the demand goes up, which means the more the value of Tenset should be, rewarding the holders. Now you see why I'm so excited about this project. I think that's really, really innovative. And then, of course, profits go back to the users. And so this is why I think this is a really, really cool platform. So the next thing I want to do is I want to show you the team that's behind this. So another common mechanic of burn tokens, remember, is that the teams are almost always anonymous. You almost never know who they are. And that gives you a lack of credibility and should cause some amount of red flags and fear in a lot, and not all, but in a lot of these burn tokens. Well, in this case, Tenset is nothing of that like. Let me show this to you. So here is the core team. I've actually talked to a few of them. They've reached out to me. I've had some great conversations with them. Very, very smart people. You can add them on LinkedIn. So again, you guys know on this channel, one of my key criteria that I use to evaluate a crypto, and I'm going to use that same criteria today, who's behind it? What's their credibility? You can see here, not only do they have it in spades, they've also put their name behind all of this. They're putting their reputation at stake. So if Tenset colossally fails, we know who they are. So because they have skin in the game, they really, really want to make this thing succeed. So I think that's a huge plus. Also, we're going to talk about this, Robert Gryn, in just a minute. Robert has some really cool tie-ins. Stay tuned with that. That's very exciting to me. The marketing team, advisors, ambassadors. Maybe they'll invite yours truly to be an ambassador. What do you think? If you want to see that happen, would you reach out to the Tenset team and say, hey, I follow Wes's channel. I love Wes. You should make him an ambassador. I'd be open to that, by the way. And the rest of the data is here. So I think the team is really, really good. That's an exciting thing. Now let's jump into the white paper for a minute. And I don't want to get too academic for you today, but I want to cover some key highlights inside the white paper. It's very approachable. It's very readable. I would say it probably needs a couple refreshes and updates. It's a little bit dated, but white papers often become like the redheaded stepchild, so to speak, of the crypto world. We produce a white paper and then leave it alone, right? But let's scroll down. I've already covered how this whole thing works. There's more description and how it works. Here we go. So this is one of the things I wanted to show you. So I told you earlier that Tenset themselves, they actually invest in other cryptos. Why do they do that? Well, because we know cryptos like Bitcoin, and they're holding 25% of that, and 25% of ETH are over time great buys. Now we know right now at the time of this video, crypto is nosediving, but those corrections happen and that's okay, right? It's good to see them purchasing crypto themselves, and the profits they'll use out of this are what will fund themselves as a company. I think that's super smart. Now, it's not going to be hard locked to these. They say in the white paper they're willing to change these up. So for example, if US dollar coin, you know, the APYs just drop out of that, for example, they might switch out of that and into something else. You know, so it's good to see these are the cryptos that they're investing in: Polkadot, Link, Tenset, US dollar, and YF. Those are really good cryptos for sure to be holding. I like that there's a stable coin mix inside of all of that as well. So I think that's really, really cool. Here is the contract mechanics. Now, Tenset is not open source. You guys know I really prefer open source projects, but where you can offset open source is just the transparency of who the company is, who the founders are. And so I'm okay with that. This is a for-profit company that's doing some smart things, and I'm okay with the fact that it's not open source. Now, I would tell you that you should be able to go check out, especially if you know how to read Ethereum and you understand how to read blockchain contracts and smart contracts, you can go check out the actual ERC20 Tenset contract itself if you want to review it. Now, one thing I did ask the founders, I said, hey, if there's a buyback mechanism, wouldn't that cause some big pumps and dumps? In other words, like if I know that there's going to be a big buyback coming up at XYZ time, couldn't I just sell off a bunch of crypto before that buyback happens, or go buy a bunch before it happens? And they replied back to me and said, yes, you could. And the way we mitigate that is we don't publish when the buybacks happen. So we will do a buyback from profits, and then we will publish, hey, we just did a big buyback with 30% of XYZ profits. I think that's smart. That way we don't know when they will happen, and it can eliminate, hopefully, some of those big things happening. Now, I don't want to get too much into like other challenges you may have with this, but front running is a big problem. We need to make sure that the Tenset team is aware of how front running works and make sure that there's not bots looking for when those big buybacks are going to happen to burn and they insert in front of it. Anyway, the buyback is solid. It's a good thing to have just to make sure it's a deflationary token and the price will steadily rise. And they also even talk about the fact that they will do some of those buybacks at key times, especially in bear markets. When crypto might be nosediving like right now, would be a great time for them to do a big buyback to hedge against that and help stimulate the Tenset economy. I think that's really smart. I think that's a great idea. Voting, I'm going to skip by this, but there are plans for the entire community to be involved based on your stake, and that'll all be worked out later. And then here's the other thing I wanted to share with you is this is some information about how it's going to work from the stock side of the house. So the way profits are generated out of stock is dividends. And this is not a stock trading channel, but many times stocks will pay off in dividends at quarterly or yearly rates. And so the idea for this is as they're using the profits in Tenset to purchase stocks, it's a hedge against what's happening in the crypto world. And so if the crypto world's doing really poor, they might take the dividends they're earning from stocks and use that to, again, like I mentioned before, stimulate the Tenset economy. And so where their profits are coming from are out of dividends. And so you can read that more in the white paper. But guys, that's pretty smart. I haven't really seen crypto projects publicly do that. I'm not aware of this. So it's very unique to me and gets me really, really, really excited. Maybe one last thing I did want to show you is the company wallets themselves. These are not only explained, they're actually documented. You can see all the smart contracts, and I have actually vetted these to see if they are real, and they are real. So it's good to see the contracts exist. The operating mechanics are coming out of this, and we can hold them accountable. Again, huge thumbs up for transparency here. So you can see how much of this is happening. 70% is in the sales pool, 10% is in the company reserve. They explain when that can be utilized. Right now it's locked up. 10% goes to the team and advisors. That's a super fair percentage. 5% to marketing and 5% to liquidity. So those are good things, right? You see the vast majority of this crypto is going to people like you and me to stimulate and build this economy. I'm very excited about that. And again, you can see all of the individual wallets themselves. So there's as much transparency as you could ever need. So let's cover some other big things in this project. Next is, how the heck do I buy this? You might be wanting to know, like, how do I actually get involved in this? Well, there's two ways right now that I know of that you can buy it. The original OG way to buy it is right here. So this is Uniswap. I'm not going to cover this today, but if you have Ethereum and you have MetaMask, then you can fund it to do the swap here. So you could connect your wallet right here, where you click on this connect a wallet, and then your Ethereum will show up, and then you can make the swap for Tenset. Know that fees are high right now. So it may not be, you may be frustrated. Go check my Hey ETH, You Suck video. I cover some things there that are helpful, like ETH gas trackers. Wait till ETH fees are low, and that's a good time to make a buy. But here's where you can buy it. And again, I think when and if they release Binance, you're just going to see it blow up even faster, which is another good thing. Also, this is brand new. And this is really exciting. And I may be one of the first to share this on YouTube. I don't know. But Gate.io is going to be listing Tenset. So you can see right here, this is their launch page. I'll put a link to this in the description so you can go check it out. But it looks like the beginning for this is going to be May 31st. So mark your calendars. But I will say, this may be a good opportunity for you to buy individually on Uniswap before this opens up, because you may see a big flash and a big run on Tenset, both from this video and others that are covering it. So I think it's good that you're going to see that, and hopefully we'll see some additional exchanges come on board as well, really soon. Gate.io, as we know, is very, very innovative and loves to lead with brand new and innovative cryptos. Let's talk about funding. So as you know, a big thing that I love to see in crypto projects is who's funding them. Are they self-funded? That can be okay. But if they have funding behind them, that means there's some due diligence involved. And that means typically there's some real legitimacy in a project. Tenset has this in spades. This is really exciting. So you may not be able to read Korean. I wish I could. I can eat Korean food, which I love. But this is one of the largest, if not the largest, accelerators in Korea. So this is ICO Panterra. So if you haven't heard of them, they work with a lot of well-known exchanges like OKEX and also KuCoin and a ton of like DeFi projects that are out there. They're really quite large and very well known in the Korean scene. So why am I showing you this? Well, they, rumor has it, are one of the investors inside of Tenset. So that's huge. That means it's really going to help accelerate this crypto in the Korean economy, which is well known for being very, very heavy into crypto. And also, it's really, really good just to see that there is traction and movement inside of Tenset itself with funders, but it's not just ICO Panterra. Let me show you another one. So I mentioned that Rob Gryn, you saw him on the Teams page. You might have been like, well, who's this? Well, here's something really exciting about Rob. So Rob actually comes from Celsius. He's now an ambassador with them. He is one of the strategic partners to this platform. He's very well connected. He's very well known. You can see I'm following him here. Very well known guy. And so this is exciting to see. He is promoting it. He's got his name behind it. He's got skin in the game on this in terms of putting his name and reputation behind it. So that's a really, really good thing. And by the way, you guys know how much I love Celsius, don't you? If you haven't seen, I've got a video. Here it is right there if you want to go check it. That is a link to me putting $100,000 into Celsius to hold. I'm still holding a bunch of crypto there with them. Very, very, very happy with Celsius as a way to earn residual income off the crypto you already hold, right? And big news, I don't know if you know this, you'll see this probably happen pretty soon. I guess maybe I'm leaking this or maybe it's public, I don't know, but I've heard rumors that Celsius is investing in Tenset. That's a big deal. I think they're investing 6 figures in the project. That's big for the acceleration. The fact that Celsius is saying we're putting our name behind it, we want to see it grow and we see the potential in it. So very, very, very exciting to see what Celsius is doing in their investment of the Tenset platform. Just means, again, from the funding side, it's doing really well. Last thing I want to share with you is the price background to Tenset. So you can see right now it's trading about $3.53. What does that mean for you? Well, I mean, the price is the price, right? But a lot of people like to see lower priced early projects because they feel like they can get in instead of buying a percentage. They can buy a bunch of them. This is definitely one that I think is really, really interesting. You can see right now the only test market you can see is Uniswap because Gate.io has not opened yet. They just announced it. But if we look at the price history overall, here we go. Let me change this. Yeah, so I'm at all time. You can see it's really kind of hovered around. It's had a pretty big high right here at $4.11 at open, and it's had a few spikes around the $3.50 number, and that's kind of where we're at right now. We're at around that $3.50. So it's really been kind of stable. What does that mean? Well, that means we haven't seen any big, huge like increases or reductions because it's only been in test since maybe April. It's a very, very new crypto. If you go look at a lot of new cryptos, they kind of do that initially and then they spike up once traction hits and everyone knows about them and the news happens. Now, am I saying that's going to happen with Tenset? Well, you guys know I don't do price speculation on this channel, but I would say, to me, in my research, this is a really good buy. I love looking at this saying, okay, this thing, it's affordable. I can get in on it. It hasn't had those big spikes yet, but it has all the potential to tell me it probably will. That's exciting to me. So the way Wes thinks is this is a good buy. So I want you to check it out. I want you to do your own research and I want you to make your own educated decision about all of this. So there you have it, guys. Tenset. You can see why I'm so excited about this crypto. It really is innovative. I think it's got the mechanics to make it long lasting. I love the deflationary aspects of it. I love how they're bridging into the stock world. And I love the founders, the funding, the background. I think it's doing really, really well as a potential. So the last thing that we are going to do is I'm just going to share you my evaluation. So the first thing you guys know that I like to cover is simply the transparency aspect of it. It's got that in spades. Huge thumbs up there. We know who the founders are. We know why they've created it. We can get in touch with them. I've personally talked with some of them. That's all a big, big deal. There's a Telegram channel for support. It's highly active. All good things from the transparency side. The founder credibility, again, this goes hand in hand with that one. The transparency aspect from the white papers, all that. But the founders, we know who they are. As we said, they've got skin in the game and I can go chase them down if something really, really bad happens because I know who these people are. I know where they've run the project out of and what they're doing with it. So another big, big thumbs up. The next one is funding and runway. I've already shared with you a bunch on that. I mean, having Celsius, ICO Panterra, and probably more come into the ecosystem, that's a big deal as well. So huge thumbs up there. And then next is product market fit. If it's innovative, you're always going to have a question mark there. Tenset is doing some really innovative things. There's nothing in the project that would make me give a thumbs down. There's no red flags. There's no concerns. This is just a brand new crypto. And part of being innovative and new means I don't know if there's product market fit yet. I think there's going to be, and that's why I'm excited about it. But we'll just see what happens. We'll see if you like it too and others. And I think it's going to be a big deal. So I love that there's a question mark there. That means there's potential. And I think that's a great thing. And then lastly is outside credibility. They've got that in spades as well. There's tons of people talking about it. You saw Robert that's in on this. And so that's exciting. And many, many other ambassadors that are coming into the project as well. So definitely the outside credibility is all there as well. So this is a great project and one I'm very, very interested in. And you know what? I'd like to know your thoughts too. Is this one that you think is exciting? Does it hold potential in your mind? Give me your thoughts about it. What do you like about Tenset? What do you maybe not like, or questions or concerns about it? What do you think is going to be the future of this project? I would love to know what you guys think. And hey, while you're here, if you haven't already done me that favor by hitting the subscribe button, the bell icon, and definitely the like button, will you do that for me? I do mean it when I say it goes a long way to my channel specifically. Guys, this has been so much fun to spend some time with you talking about a brand new innovative crypto and why I'm so excited about Tenset. I can't wait to talk to you guys later. Thanks.